Hi guys, I'm Natalie Rydstrom. We've got Martin Green on the line. We're taking a look at the best bets there heading into the European football weekend. We're going to focus on four leagues, Bundesliga, Premier League, La Liga and Serie A. Going to start here. Going to start with the Bundesliga, Martin. What is your value bet, the best bet that you like, that you're looking at anyway in the Bundesliga?
I have to go with RB Leipzig to beat Mainz,
Yeah.
1.73. They've not let me down much this season. I've been tipping them all year, and they're not really respected by the bookmakers. So you can typically get a high price on them. Yet they're a very good side. They're second in the league, and they're still unbeaten. So I have to keep tipping them until they stop winning, which doesn't look like happening anytime soon.
Yeah, they are unbeaten. Three home wins, one draw, zero losses. Like that bet a lot there, 1.73. But jump on that. The odds are dropping. All right, Premier League. Got some good value bets here heading into the weekend. Which one is your favourite?
Oh, it's really hard for me to choose. There's two games that I really like.
All right, you can do two, Martin, if you want.
Do I get two? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Leicester to beat West Brom, 1.8.
Yeah.
Fantastic price. I mean, Leicester on the road are terrible, 1 point from five. At home, 13 points from five. They killed Crystal Palace in their last home game, and I expect them to do a similar job on West Brom. 1.8 just looks fantastic. Another team that's 1.8, Liverpool versus Watford. Liverpool and over 2.5 goals.
No,
They are scoring for fun, conceding plenty, but still getting the job done. Most of their recent games have seen over 2.5 goals and they've won. So that looks a great price to me.
yeah, well, I'm glad you said both of those because I just did a rundown there with JJ and Nigel, and I went for both of those bets actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Liverpool in the over 2.5 goals as well, so that's cool. But I tell you though, one of the bets that really shocked me on our Premier League rundown was Nigel's, and this was his banker, his best value bet. You know, was all over that, and that was Burnley to beat Crystal Palace. Burnley 3.4. They are actually the slight underdogs here. What
Is
do
that
you
a
think?
home?
What do you think? Burnley are at home. He said, strong at home, and obviously doesn't rate the Crystal Palace side. They're pretty much even. I think I sort of tried to convince him to do at least a draw, no better, a double chance. But for his record, he did take the Burnley win, and he loved that one. What would you think about that bet if you had to take it?
Fair play to him. Well, I mean, Burnley have been fantastic at home. They beat Liverpool at home. They got to stoppage time. They were 0-0 with Arsenal, and Arsenal only scored with the very last kick of the game. I mean, they are a fantastic side at home, but I'd be wary of that. I mean,
Yeah.
Crystal Palace are without a win in their last couple of games, and they'll be really up for it. And they've got some really dangerous players that can hit you. Benteke. They've got Andros Townsend, Wilfried Zaha. I'd be a bit nervous. I'd probably go draw no bet though on it, and
Yeah.
I still think you get a decent price on it. But fair play to Nigel, he's being bold.
And what about the big London derby as well this weekend? Arsenal versus Tottenham. Nothing on that match?
I'm always wary of that. Being an Arsenal fan,
Oh yeah, I don't
I'm
blame you. I'm the same with Manchester United. So go on. You're
desperate,
staying away from that one, are
desperately,
you?
desperately hope Arsenal can win. Last season, Tottenham did fantastically well against Arsenal. Just pressed them all over the pitch, really high. Really made life difficult for them. I think Wenger will have learned from that, and I think they can get a result. I watched Bayer Leverkusen beat Tottenham last night, and Tottenham looked a bit toothless in attack. Harry Kane can't come back soon enough for them,
Yeah.
and I just think they're very strong in defence. So I'd perhaps be looking at the under 2.5 goals would be my
Yeah,
main
well,
bet there.
that's what Nigel said actually, because interesting, that's going against the grain because when these two teams meet, and so I often find a rule of thumb here with derbies, it's generally low scoring, both teams to score no, things like
Yeah,
that. But when these two teams meet, it's the opposite. It is a lot of goals, both
a
teams
couple
scoring.
5-2s
But
recently.
yeah,
Yeah.
but in this match, and as well, you make a very good point with Harry Kane as well, not being present. Tottenham are missing them. They need him back soon. All right, says you're not too strong on that one, but maybe the under 2.5 goals. Okay, guys, that's Premier League. What else are we missing here? La Liga. What do you like
La
in La Liga?
Liga. Now, Sevilla are La Liga's answer to Leicester. Not that great on the road, but unbelievable at home. They've won all 5 of their home matches so far this season. They're top of the table if you only count home games. They host Barcelona, who are the favourites going into the game, but I think Barcelona are really going to struggle here. They were taken apart by Man City in the week. They lost 3-1. They've got some injury problems of their own. Piqué has been a massive miss in defence, and they've got an all-singing, all-dancing attack, but the rest of the team doesn't seem to be clicking at the moment, and I really fancy Sevilla to get a result here. Sevilla draw, double chance, 2.4.
Nice, yeah, and you're not the first person to say that as well. Actually, that seems to be a common consensus there that Sevilla could actually get something out of this match against Barcelona. I fancy goals in this match, 29. If you count Sevilla's home record to Barcelona's away score record, 29 in total. Wouldn't put anyone off something like the over 3.5 goals. Obviously, over 2.5 goals is very low. Maybe you can start over 3, over 3.5, something like that.
Maybe both teams to score as well.
Yeah, both teams to score as well, or the combination, both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals. Could be a little bit of money in that as well. Yeah, very, very good. What about another bet I was looking at was Malaga. It's Friday's La Liga match. Malaga 1.75 against Sporting Gijon. Malaga home advantage. Sporting Gijon sort of fighting relegation at the moment. They're in 18th. Malaga, they're in 11th. But they've only lost one home match. I think Malaga could win this one, 1.75.
I agree with you there. Yeah, I think they could. I've seen Sporting Gijon play a couple of times this season and been very underwhelmed by them. I think they'll have a real battle on their hands to stay up. Yeah, good one.
Okay, so heading off our video here with Serie A. What do you like here? Couple of good matches. What do you like?
Yeah, there's a few matches I really like, but if I was forced to pick one, I would go for Roma, who I think are very similar to Liverpool. They're the great entertainers of Serie A. Scoring for fun, great going forwards, not particularly great at the back, but always seem to get the job done simply by outscoring the opposition. They play a Bologna side that have not won in 5 and aren't doing very well. I think they'll give Juventus a run for their money this season. I think they're a good side, Roma, and I think they can win this and they'll be over 2.5 goals. In all 4 of Roma's last league games, they have won and there's been over 2.5 goals. And 1.80, I think, looks a very good price on that.
I totally agree with you as well. 17 goals over 5 matches. I think Roma can accomplish those by themselves. Another one that I quite like, though, is not a huge amount of value, but it's AC Milan on the road, and that's against Palermo. You get that for about 1.7. Bearing in mind that Palermo, I think 5 losses. They have not won nor drawn a match on their turf. Pretty awful. They've only scored 2 goals. They've conceded 12. I think AC Milan here. So sort of a must-win, really. They've got 22 points, a point below Roma. So must-win for them. They'll be very focused on winning this. And I think 1.7, I think that's money in your pocket.
Yeah, I think that would be the first one on the list for me when building an accumulator. I mean, the only thing that would set alarm bells ringing was that Milan did lose 3-0 to Genoa, which was very unexpected. But apart from that, they've been in fantastic form. They beat Juventus and they bounced back from that Genoa defeat with a very mature victory last time out. Palermo have just been dreadful. I think they're in real trouble. I think they could get relegated this season. They're 18th at the moment, and I just can't see getting out of it. And especially not against this young, hungry Milan side. I really fancy them to win it, and I can't really understand why the price is so good.
I know.
I think that's the odds. Get on it. Yeah.
Me too. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to take the bet, and it's money in my pocket.
Exactly.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned next week where we deliver our best picks headed into the weekend across all European leagues. Martin, thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalie. Enjoyed it.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.